Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be sharing a review of this palette right here. This is the NYB I Love eyeshadow palette in the shade Smoky Show. I had shown this in my purple haul video in the shorts. Today I shall be doing a detailed review of the same. So this is how the palette looks like, and these are the shades. There are two metallic shades over here and the rest of them are matte. This one you matte shade with specks of glitter in there, this black one like you can see. So let's start by talking about the shades of this palette. Now I feel like there are just way too many blacks in there. Like you guys can see over here, there are three blacks in a row, and then we have one gray shade here which is almost like black. When you apply it, it's like a very dull black kind of a color, and then this shade right here, it looks dark brown, but again when you apply it, it's like a very it's almost like black, I can say. This brown shade right here, it looks really nice even in the hand swatches and when you actually look at it, but when you apply it on the eyes, I just don't like how it looks on the eyes. It's like a very dull color. It almost looks like gray. It doesn't have that brown touch, doesn't give that warmth that you want from a brown shade. I feel like there could have been more better shades in this palette. They could have had a more better shade range with more browns and other shades. Now let's talk about the pigmentation of this palette. So guys, there are some shades which are quite decently pigmented, whereas there are some which are really bad. So I can say this shade right here, this metallic silver, and this shade right here are really bad in pigmentation. They hardly have any pigment. This one is also kind of okay. Again, I feel like they could have had, this could have had more better pigmentation. These two shades are okay, but again with this one also I feel like it could have been better. Talking about these three shades, these are decently pigmented. I really like how they look, especially this shade. I will be applying it in the eye look, and you guys can see this is quite pigmented. This shade is also pretty pigmented. So yeah, again in the pigmentation, I'm not that happy. I feel like they could have had better decent pigmentation in the palette, especially with the lighter shades. Now this shade, like you guys know, it's the most lightest shade of the palette, so we would use this for highlighting our inner corners and brow bone, but it has very low pigmentation, so I don't tend to use it much. One good thing about this particular eyeshadow palette that they have a couple of shade ranges in there. They have, I think, 6 or 7 different palettes from the same range, so there are a lot of shades, shade ranges to choose from, so it depends on what you want. Also, it's a very lightweight palette, very easy to carry in your handbag. Let's move on to the hand swatches now. I'm starting with the brown shade and I'm trying to apply it on my outer corner and crease, and like you guys can see, this shade is not at all pigmented. I have to go over with my brush so many times. And then I'm applying this matte black shade on my lid with a flat shader brush, and like you can see, this shade is decently pigmented, I would say, and even with the brush it's applying so well. And then the most pigmented shade of the palette, the matte black with the shimmery with the glittery specks. So I'm just applying it on my lids and I'm blending it, and though this does have glitter specks, they don't show up so much even from the front, so that's again a little con. And then I'm applying the same dull brown shade on my lower lash line, and then the least pigmented shade of the palette, I'm trying to apply it on my inner corner and the brow bone, the shimmery silver shade, and like you can see, there's hardly any pigment. So that's it guys, this is how the eye look turned out. If the shades were more pigmented, it could have been a better looking smoky eye. That's it for the review guys. I personally don't think I'm going to repurchase this ever. Even with the other shade ranges, now I don't know how good the pigmentation is. If you have tried this range, then you can let me know your thoughts in the comments. I would love to hear. And let me know your thoughts if you would like to go ahead and purchase this palette or not, and what do you think about it. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys found the review helpful. If you did, please don't forget to subscribe and like the video. Thank you so much. Bye bye.